Good morning. Welcome to Bailey's and Tea Saturday. I hope everyone's doing well. As you hop on, say hello. I'm Shanna from Carrot Top's Creative Co. And welcome to Bailey's and Tea Saturday, where we create something random. It's going to be random today. And yeah, we chat, we craft, we do all the things. So as you hop on, I'm just going to get comments and whatnots up on my other screen here so we can communicate as we go. Welcome to October. Oy, oy, oy. It's come quick, hasn't it? There we go. So today is a big day in the crafting world. It is World Card Making Day, and Stamping Up is having an event later on today. I am not, because I have to run off to work, but if I'm back in time, I will hop into the Stamping Up event, and it will be online. You can find the link in the post about World Card Making Day just a couple days ago. I believe it posted Wednesday, Thursday, I can't remember. I pre-scheduled it. So you'll find the link there, and if I remember, as I'm on the road today, I will post the link again, and so you can get access to that. But if you need to find it or you want to register, that's not too late. You can go to my website, which is shannamiller.stampingup.net, and you will be able to find that link and get yourself into that. But it will be on Facebook. So if you're not a Facebook user, obviously you're not seeing me here, but you won't be able to participate. But there might be some videos and stuff like that once they've done the presentation in Facebook that they will upload to the Stamping Up page on YouTube. So you'll be able to watch it there. Good morning, Glenda. How are you? So today, in honor of the World Card Making Day and one of the sets that they are using, the Cottage Wreaths, that's the one that I'm going to create with today. So I will flip you around. If you get kind of dizzy, look away for a moment. We'll get you set up in the stand, and then we'll get to creating. All right. Here we go. So you'll notice that my cup is empty this morning. I've had enough tea, and I'm not going to have any more. Otherwise, I'll never get any work done. I'll be going to the bathroom every 5 minutes. So my empty cup, cheers to Bailey's and Tea Saturday. And let's have a look at this beautiful set. So you'll find it in the mini catalog on page 59. It is a bundle, so you can get the... Oh, there's comments. I was going to say, I'm not getting comments. You're doing great. Awesome, Glenda. You get it as a bundle, or you can buy it individually if you want, but as a bundle, it is awesome. So it's got this great wreath set with bows and spiders. It's sort of fallish, Halloween, Thanksgiving-ish, or just sort of all occasion with the hello, and some people make life better, which is a wonderful sentiment. So you can get both together at a discount of 10%. And in the dies, look at this. Oh my goodness, there's so many. I don't even know how many dies are in this. 22 dies. So there is a couple of the leaves to cut out. So these little ones here. There are a bunch of the sort of just silhouettes. You'll see them on a card that I'll show you, a sample. There's a bunch of these little ones to add accents as well. There are backgrounds to both sizes. So these are two different sizes, but there's backdrops to those. So you'll see they kind of layer onto each other. This will be a solid cutout, and then you've got the patterned cutout, which we are going to use on the card we're going to make today. There's the spider, there's berries that you can cut out. So most of these, as you know, in the catalog, if it's kind of shaded this light creamy color, it means that there's a die coordinating with it. So you'll see, other than the sentiments, everything has a die that coordinates with it, which is awesome because that saves you time. And if you're not a fussy cutter liker, you don't have to fussy cut. All right, and then a couple other things that come into this sort of suite. So if you wanted to buy it as a suite, you'll find on this page, you get a selection of everything that's listed on the next page here. So it is a little bit pricey, and the reason for that is this paper pack is enormous. Good morning, Rhonda. So I'll show you that in a second, but these beautiful things are called pearlized enamel effects, and they come in white, black, and real red. And you'll see here, the black is sort of like a grayish, more of a grayish color. I've got it already. I didn't do the red, but I do have a card that has the red on it, but I pre-did a little sample here. So these are our little wood elements that we have. So you'll see here that it's kind of like a gray pearlized and not like a true black. So if you're looking for true black, you're not going to get that with that pearlized effects, but it's gorgeous nonetheless. So, and then that's the white. And on a sample, I'll show you the red, which makes awesome little berries. So that's just put on there. It's kind of self-leveling, so you don't have to worry about it leaving like a tip on it sort of thing when you dispense out of sort of a nozzle. Sometimes you get that little tip. So so these are awesome. If you haven't tried these, you definitely want to. It's a huge bottle. There's an ounce of fluid in it, but it'll go forever. And they come in the 3-pack, so you get all the colors all together, and that's perfect. And then, of course, this twine, which we have looked at before because we've dissected it. Remember, we've just pulled it apart and pulled all the fibers out and used them in different ways. So this is the silver threaded twine, and you get 10 yards of it, so it's great for any projects that you have coming up for the holidays. And then, of course, the paper pack. So there's 48 sheets, 4 of each of the double-sided colors. So I'll just flip through them really quick. You've got sort of a smaller pattern on one side, bigger on the other. You've got greens, reds, blacks, oranges. So it's kind of an all-season pack. I love this Calypso Coral one. Isn't that so cool? I've cut this one down to make a Halloween card. Oh, I love these. I love me a good gingham. So saffron. You've just got an array of colors in here. And then the Blushing Bride. So Real Red, Blushing Bride, Pumpkin Pie, which is that one there, Garden Green, Mint Macaron, which is that one, and then Basic Black. So lots of fun stuff there. So does anybody have this pack already? Thinking about it? Got it today to use in the World Card Making Day? So I did not pre-do the card that I'm going to do today, but I sort of designed a layout. And so I've kind of got this, whoops, my little leaves are running away. I've kind of got this started, and then you're going to help me put the rest of it together. So what we need to do is we need to decide on a background. So I'm going to emboss this piece right here. So I've got the leaf fall. I've got the fern. Hopefully that's picking up on the camera well enough. I'm just going to move that because the light's shining off of it. And then I've pulled out the timber. So that's that lovely wood grain background. What do you think? What's your opinion of which one we should use? And I'll just kind of layer pieces to the side here. And while you decide, I will show you. So in the dies, we had that background one. So that's the largest one here. And then I've taken the smaller of the layering piece and cut that out. So when you layer those two together, and there isn't really, they kind of match up, but they don't. They're not made to. They're meant to sort of be a little bit random, like a wreath would. When you layer them on top of each other, they just look gorgeous, right? And you can do them in multiple colors, and you can sort of mess around with them that way. Glenda says leaf fall. Okay, well, it is going to be sort of a fallish card. So I'll show you a sample here while maybe Rhonda chimes in what she wants. So here is a little Christmas card I made with the wreath, and you'll see I've layered it just in the white, and I've layered both of the sizes of the die cut that cuts out the little leaves and stuff like that. And then I brought in artistically inked the little flowers in there. I thought would be perfect. So I stamped those in cherry cobbler and just did a background of the timber. So that's that nice wood grain with a little bit of craft ink on it to kind of highlight that timber look. And then I've used sort of our little holly, gold holly leaves, and then just some brushed gold thing. And we're going to do the same little technique. So the one today, I've just kind of layered some extra paper in it, but we're sort of using the same sort of design layout here. And then we'll do our little greeting with, you'll see it's got like a little roll on the end just for something fun. And so we're kind of using that as our jump off point and layering on a couple extra things. All right, so we've got leaf fall seems to be the winner chicken dinner today. So I'm just going to quickly, I didn't pre-do this, and I kind of got to, in my brain, figure out which way. Probably going to do it this way here, so we get the pattern of it. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to jump to my machine because it's off camera here, because my desk is only so big. Does anyone else have that problem? You only got so much room to work in. All right, so there we go. I love this folder. If you don't have it, you need it. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, so what we're going to do is we've got a gray granite card base, 5.5 by 8.5. Let me just get all these goodies out of the way. And then I did not measure this. Let me see here. I've got a 5 by 2, it looks like. I'm stretching and I'm not looking at it head on. And then I've just downsized that by 1/8 of an inch with my designer series paper. Whatever that works out to. I'm not doing hard math this morning. If you do want the exact measurements, just let me know and I can, give it to you. But it's just sized a tiny bit smaller so that we get that look. What'd you say, Rhonda? The first one in evening evergreen that you used. Evening evergreen? Nope, this is basic gray I've used. It might look at evening evergreen on the screen, but it's not. And the wreath would look gorgeous in evening evergreen. Oops, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So on the base, I am going to put our chosen leaf fall embossed layer. And I'm just leaving a border around it. And then I'm just going to layer on this lovely gingham paper. I'm covering up most of that. I thought I planned it better, but that's okay. So we've got this to start off with. Still looks gorgeous with those peeking through. And then we'll go ahead and layer our wreaths. I'm just going to apply a little bit of Tombow multi-purpose glue. And if you wanted it to sort of not maybe lift at the little leaves and have a bit of dimension, you could apply adhesive sheets and have it stick right down. But I kind of want it to have a little bit of movement. Oops. And if you kind of mucked on the glue like I did, it will dry clear, so not to worry. You haven't used this paper yet, Glenda? Oh my goodness, I have lots of inspiration for you then. Oops, that's gonna take a second to stick apparently. Okay, and then I've just cut out of my Stylish Shapes the largest square, and I'm just going to layer that on there on some dimensionals. Oops, I think I got a dog busting in the door. Yes, I do. Kane wants to come say hi. Hi, buddy. I didn't latch the door totally, so he busted in. I think I made you get this embossing folder, didn't I, Rhonda? With some other inspirational cards I made. And so I'm just going to put that up there, not to cover up all my little leaves at the bottom here. I'm kind of covering them all up, but you know how it goes. Okay, so we've got our little wreath. So in my little bowl here, I've pre-done a bunch of the leaves in different colors. So there's red, there's orange, there's green, there is, yeah, everything. Kind of fallish. So I'm just going to take these little leaves and I'm going to kind of just put them around my wreath, and I'm going to just apply a little bit of glue to the bottoms of them. Come on, glue. I'm almost out, so it might act up on me here. There we go. And just sort of layer those on, kind of overlapping each other. So I used Mango Melody, crushed curry. What else did I use? Soft succulent. Trying to look at them and remember. Pale papaya, and that's Poppy Parade. Sorry, my brain was not jiving the colors. Okay, and so I'll make this as quick as I can here. So just put these on. So we're making a little fall card, to welcome in October. Can you believe it's October? The snow will be flying here in no time. But yet it's supposed to be 26 here today. So I don't know. It's craziness. And I'm wearing a sweatshirt and going out to work, and that's probably not a good idea. I better change my shirt before I leave. I'll be sweating. So are you all participating in the World Card Making Day today? It's 2 o'clock Mountain Time. It starts. Or are you all busy doing different things today? What are you up to today? Yes, wreaths are always popular, Rhonda. They definitely seem to bring out a new one. The last year's was the sparkle. I have it in my pile because I'm seasonal. It was this one. Sparkle of the Season was last year. I love this one. And just think, like I did in the sample using the artistically inked, looking at your other sets that you may have in your collection and dragging in something else that could be accented onto the wreath instead of maybe what's in the set is a good way to get more use out of your stamps and sort of bring in different elements and textures. Like I love that sort of splattered rose that comes in that set. And so as soon as I looked at the wreath, I was like, ooh, I know what set I'm going to use. Okay, so we've got a little wreath with a bunch of little leaves on it. And these can be used for another time. And so we're going to make a bow with our, those things are hard to pick up, with our linen thread, because I love my linen thread. And I'm going to make a double bow. So I'm just going to fold a piece in half. Oh yes, Merriest Moments. I forgot about that one, Glenda. Good call. That was a gorgeous one too. So I'm just making a double bow here really quickly. And I just play around with my bows. You can get bow makers. I just play around with them until I get what I want. Okay, so we've got a cute little bow. I'm just going to trim these little ends because they're a little bit long. Okay, so we've got a bow. And I use Grateful from the stamp set, just stamped on some soft suede. So right here. And then I'm going to show you how I created the little rolly edge. You can probably guess. You take your pick tool with your little pokey end on it. And I just sort of rolled that around the end of my pokey tool. until I got to the end, and I kind of just squished it with my fingers. Sometimes you have to do it a couple times to get it to actually roll, because you got to break down the fibers in the paper. There we go. So a couple times gets you that little curl on the end. That one's a little bit big. I have a smaller pokey tool that I probably used on my other desk. It's supposed to be 30 in Port Alberta. Oh my gosh, and 24 in Parksville. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Valerie. Sorry, I'm just gonna play with this and tighten it up just a little bit. So you can just play with it. You can even glue it if you have to. Kind of like those torn edge cards that you can apply some glue to and keep them down. So I'm just going to apply some dimensionals to the back of my wreath. And I'm just using black ones. It doesn't really matter. You don't see them through the paper because I'm trying to use up that sheet. I might have a sheet or two of dimensionals on the go. Does anybody else do that? You can't find them, you start a new one, and then you got about a dozen of them on the go. I do it all the time. All right, so we've got our little wreath down, and then our bow is going to go right about here. So I'm just going to put some glue there, and I'll just hold that for a second. This is so cute. I love it. And if you wanted, you could accentuate with, you know, the little wooden bit with, say, the black enamel on it. If you wanted to, you could kind of tuck that in behind. I just have all these random things lying around on my desk that I use. I've used up all of those, looks like. So I'm just going to cut off a little edge. No amount of the dimensional goes to waste. And apply a little bit of glue because it's handy to this end. And then we're going to glue that in there. So what do you think? Should we leave this little wooden doodad on there? I don't know what they're called. Oops. They are the textural elements. So you can color them. So I have one here that I've colored with my blends. Or you can use the pearl effects on them, which is kind of fun. Yes, you should leave it on there, Valerie says. Okay, right where it is, or should we put it somewhere else? What do you think? What do you think? I would like to know. And I have the white, or I have the basic black one. What do we think? As I pull out some extras here, and you decide, and then we'll finish that off. You like it there? Okay. Okay. I will place it down. So you can use a glue dot to attach these, or you can use your liquid glue, whichever is handier. Liquid glue is right in front of me, so that's what I will use. This card turned out pretty cute for not having a plan in place. And we'll just kind of hold that for a second. Make sure we got adhesion. I love it. It's the perfect little Thanksgiving card to go to a hostess. Maybe you're going for dinner next weekend. My in-laws are coming up, so we're having dinner with them. So look at that. That's cute, right? I love it. And you could do it in different colors. You could do it in the oranges of the paper, in the greens. It would look good in so many, in the green with the green wreath, in the mint macaron. Like it would just look beautiful, even in the pumpkin pie. Or no, that's Calypso Coral, I think. Yeah, with this one maybe. Ooh, that would look pretty, wouldn't it? Fallish, even the yellow. The yellow, it would look pretty with the yellow even. So you've got many choices with this paper pack, and use it up because oh my gosh, you get so much of it. All right, so that's our little card. Then I'll show you a couple extras. So this one is right out of the catalog. You probably saw it. It's the reason why it's right here. It's the reason why I bought the set. Sometimes a sample card will just make me buy something. So those are the little die cuts of out of the set. My set's kind of a mess right here. These ones right here, that's what those ones create. And then these little shaded spruce or garden green, I can't remember, that's the ones that you get 3 of, which is awesome because you can cut out or no, sorry, there's 4 of them. There's 2 here and 2 here. You can get these little elements. And then the stamped bushy part, I don't know what kind of leaves they are. This one here, it creates the leaves that are in behind here. And then, of course, that's where I've used the pearl effects on the little wooden gems. So that kind of gave me the idea for that one to use a different color. And then, of course, the gold sequins. So I don't know who created this card, but I like the gold and the silver and the pearl. And it's just so pretty. So this could also be, you change the sentiment to grateful and you create another beautiful Thanksgiving card if you do that sort of thing. All right, and then I created this one using the distress gold paper, which is now on back order, and I apologize, till I don't know, like November, I think. So if you didn't stock up on that, you're going to be out of luck for holiday projects. And then painted Christmas, I believe it's called, the paper. I like the pine cones and sort of the rusticiness of it. And then that beautiful ribbon, I think it's just a linen ribbon. It's got a linen texture to it. I know Rhonda was using this in a class last week, and she was trying to stamp on it and stuff, that linen or natural finish ribbon, but it's kind of got a linen texture. You can stamp on it. So I took the little leafy bunch and some soft succulent, and just, it's very, very subtle, but you can see that it's stamped in the background, and then just wrap that around. And then just kept with the same soft succulent and the soft suede that came onto the paper, and just created a little Christmas wreath. And then those are the festive pearls in, I think they're soft succulent, just acting as little berries. So nice and subtle, very easy, not too complicated on that card. It does stamp beautifully, yeah. Don't use memento. Okay, good to know. Did it get kind of messy on you, Ranja? If you got a real juicy pad, it might bleed. I stamped off first when I did this. I don't think I saved a little sample, and it was very, very light. So if you're using maybe a darker color than soft succulent, maybe stamp off before you stamp it onto the ribbon, and that might kind of give you sort of a softer effect. This was straight on with soft succulent, so, and even then it's pretty light. And then here, my berries kind of bled together because I was stamping them really close together. So a tip with the pearlized effects, so this is the real red one, is that you kind of space it out a little bit farther than I did, but I think it still looks pretty. And this was a layout design by Creative Chelsea, or Create with Chelsea. She did just this circled element on her card, but I added this gold circle in behind because it was lying on my desk, and I thought I need to use that somewhere. So, and then this is double stamped with mint macaron and mossy meadow to kind of create the wreath, and just kind of, and I love this tree background. So, and I haven't put a sentiment on it yet because I don't know which it's going to be. So, or maybe I'll just put a greeting on the inside when I finish it, depending. And then I've used the real red gingham paper. It bleeds and goes blurry. Oh, okay. Oh yes, crumb cake would look awesome, or even soft suede would look awesome on it. I haven't played with it a lot, so I'll have to try some different colors, and then I'll report back to you. So this is a gorgeous card, but as I said, kind of space those out a bit more because they're self-leveling and they will kind of bleed together, but I don't think it looks horrible. So So that's my little samples today for you and our card we created together. What else do I need to tell you? I think that's it. Like I said, jump on later on today, 2 o'clock Mountain Time, to the Facebook page for Stamping Up, and you'll be able to participate in World Card Making Day, where they use the 3 different bundles. So Cottage Rose, Cottage Wreaths that we used today, and then the new one from the new catalog coming, Warm Welcome, that you were able to order early. And create something fun. And you can share it on the page. You can share it with me. You can tag it. I think we talked about this last week. Hashtag Stamping Up World Card Making Day. So WCMD22. And then it will be found in the mass amounts of cards that will be posted today, I'm sure. And I've pre-seen accidentally. I think the South Pacific had theirs last night. So some of the demonstrators, you may have seen the sampled cards already, have been posted all over. Try not to look, try not to search Facebook until after the event. And then they've got an exciting announcement for those of you who aren't demonstrators coming next week that they're going to announce at the party. So tune in, find out what that is, and that's it, my friends. I'm off to work. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And oh, you got the hippos set. Perfect. Awesome, awesome. I was going to check in with you, Valerie, on that. Yeah. So if you created anything today, post it, tag me. I want to see. I love to see what you make and share the love. And I will see you next week with something else fun and exciting. I don't know what that'll be, but I'll create it later. All right. Paper hugs, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.